Whoa, wow, wow. Hello, my lovely souls. How have you been? I hope you've all been taking good care of yourselves. Welcome back, and dear, this one came through with a real edge to it, sharper than most of what I usually bring you. I want to tell you up front, this reading is about a very specific kind of man, one who's used to being the one in control of a room, and what happens to him the moment he meets someone he actually can't read. I'm Emma, and honestly, this one made me sit back a little while it was coming through, because it's not really about romance in the soft, easy sense. It's about power, and who actually holds it. Stay with me through this whole thing, because it builds in layers, and every one of them matters. Let's get into it. He watches you like he's trying not to get caught. This man watches you like he's actively trying not to be caught watching. And I want to be clear about why, because it's not because you're easy or falling for every line thrown your way. It's the opposite. You're the kind of woman men notice specifically because you see straight through their tactics, and that's exactly why this energy feels so intense to him. This isn't a man used to feeling foolish. He usually knows how to work a room, how to turn on charm, how to get a reaction, how to make a woman laugh and lean in. With you, none of that lands the same way. He throws out a line, you look at him once, and the whole thing just dies in the air, because you already caught the performance underneath it before he even finished the sentence. I want to be really clear here. This isn't you being cold for no reason. This is a nervous system that learned early that attention isn't the same thing as care, that charm can be completely hollow. So now, when someone tries to be slick around you, your body catches it before your face even changes. Your silence does more work than most people's speeches ever could. You're not hard to love, you're hard to fool. This person carries rough, masculine energy, the kind that comes from environments where toughness gets performed constantly. Loud spaces, loud men, people who brag and clown each other to establish rank. He's likely been one of those men himself at some point, used to walking into a room and being noticed immediately, used to being the one other people try to impress. Then you showed up, and the whole dynamic flipped. Now he's the one checking his words before they leave his mouth, replaying your tone afterward, wondering if he came across foolish. Your attention isn't automatic, and that's the part he genuinely cannot manage. I need to say this exactly the way it's coming through. You are not hard to love. You are hard to fool. That's a massive difference, and men who live off performance feel that gap immediately around you. That's why some of them get louder, more competitive, almost defensive around your calm, because your calm makes them feel exposed in a way they're not used to. His usual charm doesn't work on you, and he knows it. He's not just attracted to you, he's genuinely thrown off by you. Something in his body loses its usual rhythm around you. Shoulders tensing, jaw setting, and then this deliberate, almost too controlled attempt to act casual. Because if his real reaction showed, it would be obvious he's looking too long, listening too closely, that your presence is doing something to the pressure in his chest. He didn't expect you. He probably looked at you at first and thought he had you figured out quickly, thought he'd seen the type before. The longer he actually watched you, though, the more confused he got. Because you don't move like someone trying to be chosen. Don't speak like someone needing to be understood. Don't throw yourself into flirtation just because it's available. That kills him a little, honestly, because now he has to come up with something real. And I don't think he lives in real very often. He lives in charm, image, being the loud one people notice first. With you, that whole costume starts feeling cheap and thin to him, and he can feel it drying up in his throat before he even says it out loud. He's already possessive before he's earned anything. Here's the specific complication in this one. This isn't just a man who happens to like a guarded woman. He knows his usual self would fail with you completely, and he knows his environment makes it worse. his friends, his circle, the men around him, he knows they'd notice you immediately too, and that thought bothers him more than he'd ever admit. He's possessive already, before anything has even been said plainly between you two. That tightening in his stomach at the thought of other men near you, especially men he actually knows, that's already there. So now he's stuck. If he stays back, he feels like he's losing time. If he moves too fast, he risks looking foolish in front of the one person whose opinion actually matters to him right now. So what does he do instead? He watches. He gathers information quietly. He listens when your name comes up in conversation, stores small details, tries to work out what kind of approach wouldn't get immediately shut down. I do want to say, if this description doesn't sit right with you, if this energy feels unwanted rather than flattering, trust that instinct completely and keep your boundaries exactly where they are. For others, this is someone circling because he's more serious than he currently knows how to admit. He's studying you before he ever approaches. He's used to being the one who makes other people nervous, and now he's the nervous one, the one feeling watched by his own friends, the one pretending you're not under his skin when you very clearly are. For someone who usually talks big and moves fast, that's genuinely humbling. And honestly, I think part of what he's feeling underneath the nerves is real respect, not just attraction. He doesn't feel like he can come at you with empty energy because he suspects you'd catch the falseness before the words even finish leaving his mouth. So he's adjusting internally, telling himself if he speaks to you, he needs to slow down, actually listen, say something with real weight behind it instead of his usual script. That shift is changing him more than he probably realizes. This may be a man who's bragged before, worn past experiences like trophies, gotten validation from being the one who could have whoever he wanted. Meeting you is making that entire version of himself feel young, insufficient, not enough anymore. Your calm is making him face himself. I want to be clear that none of this comes from you performing some mysterious, aloof persona on purpose. This comes from real experience, from having to grow up faster than you should have, from learning to read a room's temperature before people even spoke because your safety depended on it. That awareness is built into your body now, and other people, especially men used to being responded to on looks alone, feel it immediately. You make them face their own character first, before anything else. That's exactly why they're drawn to you, and slightly afraid of you at the same time. You're not just attractive to them, you're dangerous to whatever mask they've been wearing. Some of you carry a real softness alongside this too, a gentle voice, a humble presence, nothing that announces, "I see through this," on the surface. Then someone actually talks to you or watches you a little longer, and they realize there's genuine steel underneath all that softness. That combination, sweetness with a blade in it, is exactly what breaks down player energy, because players depend on speed and confusion, and your instincts simply don't run on either. Your awareness is a gift, not a barrier. I need to say something here that's actually for you, not about him. Because this reading isn't meant to become one long celebration of how obsessed someone is with you. The real point is what you actually deserve. You deserve people who can handle a woman who sees clearly, who don't punish you for being aware, who don't call you intimidating simply because you can't be easily manipulated. I think a lot of you have had experiences where your intelligence got treated like a problem, where your caution got treated like a personal attack instead of a form of self-protection. That gift kept you safe. It's not something that needs breaking down, ever. If you've been feeling like your awareness makes love harder to find, I want to say this plainly. It doesn't make love harder. It makes fake love harder, and that's a completely different thing. Your discernment isn't blocking what's meant for you. It's filtering out what was always beneath you, even when that makes the road feel quieter sometimes. If he wants you, he has to come honest. So if this specific person genuinely wants a real chance with you, the lesson underneath this whole reading is simple. He has to come clean, respectful, without the performance. He has to stop trying to win and start actually trying to be real, because that's the only currency that works with you. If he can't do that, then let him stay right where he is, sweating respectfully at a distance. Your job was never to shrink your awareness just to make someone else feel clever again. You were built to see clearly, and yes, sometimes that came from pain, from betrayal, from growing up wise too fast. But look at what it actually built in you. Someone who can't be easily played, whose softness still has a spine, whose silence carries more weight than most people's speeches. That's rare. Genuinely rare. And men feel it the moment it stands in front of them, even the loud ones, even the ones who thought they had everyone figured out. You stop them in their tracks, and that's exactly why they adore you. Not because you're easy, but because you're real enough to make them face whether they are too. So that's your reading today. If he wants to approach a woman who can see through the act, he's going to have to bring something stronger than a good line and a long stare. He's going to have to bring truth. And if he does, maybe something real happens. But if he doesn't, you still remain exactly who you are, whole, sharp, and fully worthy of a love that never needed tricks in the first place. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below. I read every single one. Like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you very soon in the next reading. Take care of yourselves and protect your peace. Bye!